Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining this session at the Comeback Champion Conference. I am Dr. Vernita Glenn White, and I'm so excited to be here with you. I am the CEO and founder of Glenn White Global Solutions, which is home of the THEE V.I.B.E Institute, where we help women vibrate higher in influence, their brilliance, and excellence so they can show up to be more powerful in their life and career for those that they love, lead, and serve. So today I'm going to talk to you about how to overcome fear and to take action while you're still afraid. So how to be fearful and still take action, like just do it anyway, right? So I know a lot of times that we hold fear as an excuse, but I'm here to challenge you to let you know that fear is no longer an excuse. So before I get started, I want you to think about something. So you can either write it down, take a message in your phone, or just think about it. What is something that you wish that you were able to do, but you haven't done it because you allowed fear to stop you? So think a little bit. We're not going to take too much time. Think of that one thing you've always wanted to do, but you've been so afraid and you allowed fear to stop you. All right, you got it? All right, so hold that for a minute. So I'm going to share some things with you. I have a question. Why is it that 99% of the 8 billion people on the planet, we all have this fear, but why do, out of those 8 billion people, why are only 2 to 5% of those people able to use that fear and channel it into taking action? So again, I'm going to ask you, out of the 8 billion people on the planet, I'm pretty sure that 99% of us have fear, but why are there only 2 to 5% of people still having fear, but they're taking action and living their best life? Now, some may say it's because they're more talented. Some may say, well, they're not really afraid. They're just acting like they are. And then some may say that they have another advantage in life. But I'm here to tell you it is none of those. The reason why only 2 to 5% of people are taking action, even if they're fearful, is because they learned a secret. And I'm going to share with you that secret a little later on in this message. So what do I want to share with you? May I share my story? I hope so, because that is what we're going to talk about. My experience, when we hear and attend conferences, sometimes people share stories about their childhood, something that happened to them a long time ago, but I'm going to share a recent one. I'm going to share with you about my experience with this conference. At first, I heard about this conference and this event from a group of people that I know, and I was looking at the title and looking at the different type of people that they will have, and I said, I don't know if I fit in this conference. My background is mathematics, education, and leadership. I'm a former K-12 educator and college professor. And although I am on this journey to become a full-time digital entrepreneur where I help women in leadership, I was still kind of second guessing myself. Like, I don't know if what I have to offer will benefit the type of people that attend this conference. So several of my colleagues or people that I know in the same circles, they were like urging me to go ahead and apply. Now, I was afraid because I was like, oh no, what if they don't like me? What if I don't fit in? But then I have FOMO. So I don't know if you're all familiar with FOMO. I don't know if you have FOMO, but I know I do. FOMO is fear of missing out. So if that's you, you can like raise your hand where you are to see if you have FOMO. Now, I'm not talking about FOMO as in not going out to parties or missing out on, you know, the latest trends or whatever. I'm talking about a healthy FOMO. I had to decide, even though they were encouraging me to apply, to submit something for this conference, I had to think about something. Was I going to let fear step in the way of me owning what I wanted to do in life and putting myself out there? Or was I going to allow fear to say, oh my gosh, maybe not me, or I'm going to miss out on this opportunity? I had to figure out which one I wanted to do. And obviously, since I'm here, that means I went ahead and submitted to the conference. However, there was still this debate that was going on in my head. Now, I will say that now over the years of doing like personal development and going on this journey, I've made the decision a lot quicker to get over fear, but it wasn't always like that. Sometimes it used to take days or months or even years for me to get over the fear of taking action and to do something. So what did I do in my mind to get me from having the fear of not applying for a conference because I thought I wouldn't fit in, to actually submitting and taking the action and doing it anyway? So there are 3 things that I want to share with you. Are you ready? All right. So the first thing you have to realize is that you are the champion of your own fate. Yes, you are the champion of your own fate. So I had to realize, okay, Vernita, you said you want to build this business. You said you want to go out and speak and share your message, but how are you going to do that if you don't get in front of people, right? No one's going to come to your door and say, you know what, I thought you had a good message to share. Do you mind telling me that? And no one's going to send you an email and say, oh, by the way, I think you have something to share. I saw something that you post. Would you mind speaking here? Now, of course, that can come later on in life, but the first thing you have to do is put yourself in the position so that people will want to hear your message. You are the champion of your own fate, so you can't allow fear to trick your mind and say, you know what, just sit here in the corner, the people will come to you. That is not true. Have you heard the saying, if you build it, they will come? That's not true. You have to build it. You have to go find the people. You have to tell them where to go. You have to walk them to the door to show them where to come. So again, you are the champion of your own fate. So don't let fear trick you into thinking that you don't have to put any work towards being in charge of your own destiny. The second thing I had to do was get a different perspective of rejection. A lot of us, and if this is you, go ahead and raise your hand, or you can say, oh my gosh, that's me. A lot of us have a fear of rejection. I know I have a huge fear of rejection because, like, what if they don't like me? I put all this work together and then they may tell me no. Are they telling me no personally? And I had to realize 2 things. One, rejection isn't always personal, right? Sometimes when we're rejected, it means that we either need to prepare ourselves more for something else, or it's not our time, or the event or whatever we're applying to wasn't a good fit for us. And then another thing I had to realize about rejection, sometimes it's the other person's loss. So I had to approach applying to this conference, like, even if they don't select me, I know that I have a good message to share, and it's their loss if they're not going to put me in front of their people so they can hear this great message. So you see how that changes? Like, if you have a different perspective of the fear of rejection, your whole mentality and your attitude change. So that's the second thing I had to do. Get a different perspective on the fear of rejection. Now, the third thing I did, which is actually my favorite one, and remember I told you to write that one thing on a sheet of paper? If you put it down to the side, go back and look at it. So I'm going to help you get over that fear of whatever you wrote down so you can take action and do it anyway. Are you ready? Did you know, and this is the secret, that 2 to 5% of those 8 billion people I told you about, how they're so wildly successful? Did you know that fear and excitement have the same emotion? I'll let that sink in. Yes, fear and excitement, they have the same emotions, the feelings of everything. Both of them causes your heart to beat faster. Both of them causes like your mouth to get dry. Both of those emotions causes like your hands to get sweaty, sometimes under your arms get sweaty, and maybe some other places to get sweaty. Fear and excitement, both of them causes you to freeze in your tracks, whether you're scared or excited. If someone says surprise, you freeze, or if someone jumps out at you. You know, this is October, around Halloween time, so a lot of people are going to haunted houses. When people jump out and scare you, the first thing you do is freeze. And then fear and emotion allows those feelings in your stomach, like you have the rumbling in your stomach or the butterflies in your stomach. Those two are, fear and emotion causes all of those feelings in your body. So if that is going to happen in your body, anyway, why not tell your mind that, hey, I'm not fearful, I'm not afraid, I'm not scared, I'm just excited. Yes, it's just that simple. Again, if fear and emotion have the same feelings, if it causes your body to react in the same way, why not just change the label? It is that easy just to decide that you're no longer fearful, you're actually excited. So what does that have to do with me applying for this conference? Well, instead of me saying, oh my gosh, I'm afraid that they're going to reject me. Oh my gosh, I'm afraid that my message isn't going to relate to the people that are used to coming to this conference. I had to say, oh my gosh, I am so excited that I get the opportunity to share a part of me with a group of people that I may have never come in contact with before. So you see that changed my body. I got more excited. I was so pumped to do it. And then all of that fear just drained from me, right? The other thing I had to think about was the excitement before I submitted. Sometimes in life, we try to get the excitement or say, well, when I get the outcome, I will be excited. But that defeats the purpose. You have to prep yourself first. You know, change your mind. It's all a mindset game, actually. Change your mind and say, you know what? Regardless of what the outcome is, I am going to be excited to do this. So I wanted to share that with you because sometimes, well, a lot of times in life, we cancel ourselves out even before we get started because we allow fear to stop us. And I'm here to tell you, you have no more excuses to do that. So now instead of saying you're afraid, you just say that you're excited. Now, if you're not convinced, think about this in business. I had to learn that God placed certain gifts and talents within me. Now, you can say God, the universe, higher power, whatever you choose to say. God placed certain gifts inside of me. And if I am too afraid to share those gifts with others, I'm actually being selfish, right? Fear is really telling us to be selfish with what we've been given. We haven't been given the talents to just be information junkies or to hoard all of these gifts just to make ourselves feel good. We have been downloaded with something unique to share to other people, whether they're working with us for business or because we're sharing something to inspire someone else to have their breakthrough. So remember, fear is making you selfish because you are fearful of sharing whatever the gifts that you are supposed to bring or the message that you're supposed to bring to others. If you're in business and you're afraid of, launching your new product or service, instead of saying, oh my gosh, this may not work for people, people won't like it, how about you say, I am so excited that I get to share this new product or service that will change the lives of so many people, right? And then I know we're talking about business, but my whole thing is what I want to do in life is to help people bring their personal and their professional, like their career, and bring them together, because sometimes we're so successful in our business or careers, we're not so successful in our personal lives. So this is how this works personally. If you are a parent or guardian, think about like if your child wanted to go to an amusement park or a theme park or whatever the case may be, and you may be afraid of like roller coasters or the water slides. Instead of being afraid and telling your child, no, I'm not going to do it, remember, you are being selfish, right, in a certain way. Your fear of not doing that, unless it's something major, but if it's just a fear, like a small fear, you have to remember that you are denying that child a memory of a long-term memory that they can have and share. By you being afraid of not going on that adventure with them, you're not allowing them to have that memory of those good times together. So just say that you're excited to be on that roller coaster. You are excited to go on that theme park so that you can give the gift of having a memory, right? So I hope that made a lot of sense for you. I hope you look at your little piece of paper or your note card and say, you know what? I am no longer afraid of doing whatever I wrote down. For me, I was like, I'm not afraid to send any information off to any conference because I'm excited at every opportunity I get to share my message, either directly or indirectly with thousands of people. So today, I know you're going to be at the conference. I know it's a long conference and you're going to be super pumped. But when that feeling of being super pumped wears off, I want you to go to drvernitafreegift.com. That way you can learn some tips and strategies to help you to be your most empowered self so you can turn fear into excitement. So I'm going to let you marinate throughout the conference, but just remember, sometimes that feeling wears off and you're going to need like another boost to keep you into action so that the next time you are afraid, you'll know that you're not afraid, you're just excited and you're going to take action anyway. Again, that is drvernitafreegift.com, and I'm super excited to share that information with you. I am Dr. V. Thank you so much for listening and learning with me. And remember, today is your January 1st, and you get to hit the reset button. Bye.